Ladies and gentlemen, guys and gals, non-binary pals, and a technical rainbow in between, this is Modular Media Wrestling Podcast Live. We're doing this right after Dynamite. We wanted to do it during, but we couldn't. My name is Chris, the Boingo, the writer, the Gaston, and with me, as always, is my tag team partner in this endeavor,
the Vacuuminator. And ladies and gentlemen, finally, the greatest weekend in professional wrestling is here. AEW Double or Nothing is this Sunday, and I am hype as fuck. Fuck Royal Rumbles. Fuck WrestleManias. This is what I live for. I cannot wait for news out of FanFest tomorrow. I cannot wait for the pay-per-view on Sunday, and I can't wait to take a dip in my community pool on Memorial Day, because that shit opens up. That's going to be dope. It's fucking, oh my god. May is the new April, dude. May is the new fucking April. And as you can tell, I went all out. I'm all celebrating. All my boxed AEW figs lined up all nice and pretty. Some back there too. All my unboxed AEW figs. I got the title. I got both versions of the bubbly. I got the bubbly Jericho. I got the fucking AEW logo flag. I'm out here representing Inner Circle for obvious reasons. Yeah, I'm a mark. Who cares? Fuck you if you don't mark out for the things you like.
All right, that was a hold on, let me change my camera. There. No, looks appropriate. My camera was flipped. No, we wanted to do this live. We had a little bit of technical issues. Everything wasn't blueprinted, everything wasn't planned out, so we couldn't do this live. We couldn't watch Dynamite live and go like, "Hey, look at that person. Underwear. Yeah.
It's another match. Whoa.
Oh,
She's pretty.
look at that. Look at that. Nipple.
Nipple.
Nipples.
Whose nips are those?
Hey. We could get sued for copyright infringement on that
We
front.
could.
We're sorry. We're sorry, Adam. Don't sue us.
We love you, Adam. Come on the show sometime.
Don't. It'd be like going to a talk show for ants. But
It'd be that one time the cool quarterback comes and sits at the nerds table just to see what's going on.
Yeah. And even then, that's kind of a weird low rent thing because look at the things he likes, like board games. I say as I have cheesy 90s comics adorning my wall.
I mean, like, right next to my AEW flag is a big stuffed animal mat, so.
Yeah. I have Savage Dragon, come on.
I have, you can't see it. I can't point out anything. It's all too far back. It's not distinct enough.
No, I see.
Look, you guys want to see TNT Cody for like the 8th time? There.
Sean, this is the 7th time you've shown TNT Cody in class.
And there will be a 9th time next week.
I said 7th. That means you're gonna have to find another time. Whatever.
I'll travel backward in time and then loop back around like 6 different times to show you it an 8th time before the 9th time. There will be an 8th time before the end of this stream. I'll just walk in from off camera while I'm still sitting here, and I'll be like, "Hey, TNT Cody, all right, I'm going back to the future." We should probably talk about the show now.
Yeah, so we're just gonna talk about the show, and then we're gonna do some pre-dicky-tons.
Yeah, no Impact this week, no Ring of Honor, no BTE. We're just getting right to the meat and potatoes.
Yeah. So real quick, who wants to go first?
On guard. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay, I got a rock, so I'll go first. One, Mr. Darby Allington. With his stand sting. You made a JoJo reference. Going up against Cesar Bononi with the Wingmen. I like that faction name. With at the end,
they've been on Dark for a little bit.
At the end, Scorpio, Skye, and Ethan Page come out and do a promo. But this match, really fucking solid way to just like open the whole thing, give a nice big Darby kind of like woohoo
solid intro, reintroducing you to some stuff from Dark that hasn't quite made it to Dynamite yet, and getting some faces that haven't been in front of a full AEW crowd, out in front of a full AEW crowd, because we gotta jump right into that. That's the thing I want to talk about the most, is just how different and how much better this show felt with that not even full crowd, half capacity, the same amount they had for Blood and Guts, all squeezed up in there. And they redid the stage so they could have fans sitting in bleachers up on the stage. Oh my god, the energy tonight was so great. And like all night, like you people think I was fucking joking when I said this is the new WrestleMania weekend. All the famous wrestling fans were in the crowd tonight. You had fucking NXT superfan Screamy guy. You had Brock Lesnar guy. You had motherfucking It's Still Real to Me, damn it, guy in the crowd. This was such a joy to watch, just picking out the crowd. Like, I'm actually kind of happy I didn't get tickets, because now I get to see all these fucking reaction shots and hear this deafening crowd properly filtered through television and pay-per-view on Sunday. And that's something I said to you while we were watching it. It's only half capacity. It's full capacity on Sunday. Imagine how fucking loud that crowd's gonna be, dude. I can't wait! I can't wait! So.
But this is also like, this was a good showing for Cesar Bononi.
Mm-hmm.
They see something in this man. They're I'm not saying they're going like, oh no, he's main event, but like they go like, no, he's something to invest in. He's good.
Oh yeah, Cesar is a total boy, and he's got all his boys around him, and they just look like a bunch of bros, and it's the best.
Speaking
so good.
of, but this match was good. Darby Allin does win to kind of hype up the match on Sunday. It's really dope, really cool. But after the whole match, Scorpio, Skye, and Ethan Page come out and go like, haha, we're a bunch of dicks, fuck you. There's a little bit of a brawl. They attack Darby and Sting, and then the Dark Order come in and chase them away.
And the entire Dark Order fucking fist bumping Sting.
Yeah.
My god, that's that's like a fucking bucket list check off for all those boys.
Oh yeah, no, very much so. Especially some of the like I wouldn't say older ones, but the one Colt Cabana, Evil Uno, Stu Grayson, like those guys definitely grew up with Sting.
Yeah.
I don't think we have anything else to really talk about this, so why don't you take the next seg?
My boy Cody Rhodes came out to do a weigh-in for his big match on Sunday with Anthony Ogogo, and it was hosted by the Big G, Paul White, who was
very sassy.
The star of the segment. He was like he came out and went, "All right, you fuckers don't think I can talk? Here, I'm gonna spice up this segment nice and good," and he did just that. I absolutely dug this segment. There were some silly moments, there were some badass moments, there were some kind of just fun moments, and hey, all the ladies in the crowd who are probably getting enticed by that reality show coming up, you got to see a very handsome man in some Calvin Kleins. So,
and then you also saw another handsome man also take off his clothes.
Yeah, but we don't really need to talk that much about.
Wake me up before you go.
How have you not done that joke yet?
I don't know. Also, I just realized. Okay, so Anthony Ogogo was taking off all his tracksuit and sneakers. Oh shit! I dropped my thing. I got my thing. Taking off all his stuff, and then he also had to take off his socks, and no one can look cool taking off socks.
Nope. So
he just looks kind of a dork, and it's great because he's supposed to be the dick. He's supposed to be the heel. Mm-hmm. This segment didn't make the feud feel 10 times, like it didn't add a shit ton to the feud.
It didn't give it the big fight feel I think it was supposed to, but it made it feel like a real feud in my opinion. Like I went from being like, all right, this is happening. They're making a new star. It's pretty good. It's okay. To like, Yeah, all right, I'm with this. Let's go Sunday.
Here's the thing: I can understand not trying to make it feel like a big fight because it's not a blood feud. It's just you're a fucking dick. Fuck you. I want to fight you. All right, fuck you. I want to fight. It's not like I hate you. It's screw you. There's a difference in mentality there, which I think is nice. It gives different flavor, different feel. But again, yeah, Paul White was a star of the thing because like when he was weighing Cody, Anthony Ogogo was still just bouncing around, just like loosening up, being all that, and Paul White just looked at him and was like, this would go a lot easier if you'd stop that, right?
And the other thing that's great is like the entire fucking factory is decked out in Union Jack gear. Like QT had that fucking bowling shirt custom made just for this segment.
God damn.
An Aaron Solo suit, which totally threw me.
I thought it was pink at first. I thought it was just like a nice salmon suit.
I was like, that's kind of an eyesore, but okay, dude. And then they get closer on him, and you see it's little Union Jacks, and it's like, that's nice. And then Cody coming out with the entire goddamn student body, the entire population of Jacksonville, as Tranquilo Club joked on Twitter. Shout outs to Tranquilo Club. We love his vids.
Well, I mean, we're eventually gonna look back at that moment and go like, oh, there's that TNT champion. Oh, there's those tag team champs. This is AEW's Druids.
I mean, I saw a future women's champion standing next to him.
Yeah.
The frickin' Ahsoka Tano of AEW. I want to get that over because she's standing next to Cody, and she's just so tiny, and she totally looks like what I would envision Ahsoka looking like in the face if you just did live-action Clone Wars. Oh, it's great. They have to do... Cody's a huge Star Wars fan. They gotta do that for the next Halloween Dynamite. He dresses as Anakin, and she dresses as Ahsoka for a mixed tag match.
God damn it. You should probably pitch that. He'd probably go like, yeah...
I'm gonna tweet that at him, actually.
No, you know what he'll do?
What?
He'll dress as the Mandalorian and Pharaoh as Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
But no, this was a good segment. It didn't fix any of the problems that people were having with the feud.
No, if you didn't like this feud after that promo Cody cut, you're probably not going to be into this.
Yeah,
but if you did like the feud, or you were on the fence like I personally was, you're with it now.
Yeah,
and really, that's fine.
Yeah, no, it took people go, and then people were like, nah. It just goes, nah.
Also, props to them for doing this segment and not ending it in a pull apart brawl.
No, it was there was a little bit of like a, oh, come on, you guys wanna go? Don't go. Paul White, is here. Also,
and then Dustin fucking snaps on QT, which was great.
Yeah. Because they actually have a blood feud. There's bad blood there.
Yeah. Also, I think I pointed out to you, but did you notice Dustin like whispering in Cody's ear as he was being announced as the American Dream? Somebody on Twitter gifted it and read his lips. He was saying Dad would be so proud.
Yeah. And Cody's using his old theme on Sunday.
So excited to hear the good Cody Rhodes song back.
I understand why he's had this one. He doesn't want to make it feel like Snoop Dogg wasted his time. But Snoop Dogg kind of wastes his time.
Mm-hmm.
But up next we had a neat little segment to kind of build up more bad blood between them. We had Christian Cage backstage being beat up by Will Hobbs.
This was a segment.
Yeah, but
this was a segment that I mostly missed because I was trying to write down the first few matches on the card.
Yeah, because then that's when you realize, oh wait a second, we're just gonna do this after. Fuck it. No, it was just a little bit of a beat up segment. It was just Christian Cage and Hobbs continuing the Team Taz feud, featuring all of them. Just kind of going.
I looked up just in time to realize that he had hit. Did he hit him with a table or was it like a banister?
Christian Cage hit Will Hobbs. No, was it
Powerhouse Hobbs?
Yeah, with You know those things that you have at like venues that are like the pole with the little pull out,
I know what you're talking about, but I don't know what it's called.
yeah, pull out
Like
barrier thing
the
that's just
ticket for the
fabric.
ticket line at a
Yeah, yeah,
movie
yeah,
theater.
yeah, yeah, yeah. He hit him with one of those, and the weight fell out the bottom.
Oh,
Yeah, it was sick. It was nice.
nice. All right. Well, after that, we went back to the ring, and we had Hangman Adam Page defeating Joey Janela with Sonny Kiss in a singles match. Hey, Sonny Kiss back on TV.
Hey, Joey
Haven't
Janela back
seen.
too.
Well, Joey's been in and out of TV during the pandemic. I haven't seen Son. I feel like I haven't seen Sonny since last summer.
Yeah,
So it's great to see him again. And then we got a little confrontation by Team Taz. Taz was on commentary for this match. It was his typical Taz commentary.
yeah.
Um, and overall, just a decent match that reminded you, oh yeah, Hangman Adam Page is a badass.
Oh yeah, very much. I'm being hailed. Hold on a moment.
All right.
And we're back talking about Paige and Janela. How could you not remember that, Vac?
Fuck you.
I mean, come on. It was only a few minutes ago. Come on.
You promised not to fucking let anyone know that I couldn't remember on stream. And you were just helping me out because I was having trouble getting the card back up. I can't believe you're so unprofessional sometimes. You know that?
For real though, this is a bit. I couldn't remember.
Oh, dude, kayfabe. I was totally fine with it. We were good.
No. That's the kayfabe.
But yeah, the match was good. I liked it. Hangman looked like a badass, bled like a motherfucker, and like I was saying to you while we were watching it, the fucking never-ending font of ringside exclusive bloody variants that Jazzwares has incoming.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
One Miss Britt Baker, couple of Hangmans. You get a couple Dusty Boys.
There's some, there's another couple Codesters out there just waiting. A certain Mr. Lee potentially.
But after that, we had a partial Moxie Kingston promo.
Yeah, it got cut off when they went to break. And we were freaking out. I thought it was an angle. I thought the Bucks were pulling it. I was like, oh, they showed the shoes in the dirt all muddied up and whatnot, and the Bucks were like, get that shit off TV right now.
No, but it went to break as soon as Mox started getting serious. But it comes back from commercial, and they just started the promo all over again. I hate to say it in the negative, but this show was very sloppy.
A little bit, yeah. It's very much like, oh, hey, this is what Full On Live feels like again. Okay, let's go.
And I think after this moment, it was fine, which is like the second half of the show. But it is a noticeable thing, and I think it was just nerves. Everybody's just going like, all right, we have a big crowd. You know, that kind of vibe. But Mox and Kingston cut a promo basically going like, you know what? People say we don't look like a tag team. Well, guess what? We were a fucking tag team on the independent scene. We've known each other for years. I've driven miles for this man to go kill a person.
We're badasses. We're gonna beat people up. We're gonna kill more people here. We're gonna kill all the people. We're gonna take the Bucks' belts. We might be EVPs. We might become EVPs. Wouldn't that be amazing? Wouldn't that be amazing, Mox? No, I don't want to do that. That would actually be horrible for me. I'm stressed out enough as it is. Okay, but we're still going to kick their asses. Let's go.
I love Eddie Kingston in this version of Eddie Kingston. It's just like the fucking skeevy uncle that always gets invited to the family outings, but he's still a skeevy uncle. And not like in a way that anybody goes like, oh, we don't want to... He's not like a child molester skeevy uncle. It's the he ran some things for some people back in the day, skeevy uncle. He had some substance abuse problems, skeevy uncle.
But he's cool now. He's fun. He keeps things quirky and off balance.
Yeah, he'll make grandma pop a blood vessel.
Definitely. But after that, we had a big old schmoozy story segment, which I have written down here as Orange Cassidy responds to Kenny Omega's offer. But before
that's a little bit of a clickbait, bro. That's a little bit of a clickbait because I didn't see Orange Cassidy for quite some time in this segment because I remember one Mr. Bastard.
Yeah, Pac comes out first. He cuts a bit of a promo. He doesn't even really care about Orange. He's just concerned with taking Kenny down and becoming an AEW champion. Don Callis is like, hey, buddy, you scum. You trash. Also, Kenny's right behind you. They have a bit of a brawl. Then Orange shows up, gives him his response, which is a very funny thing. Because, first of all, it's an envelope where he couldn't spell Kenny's name.
No. He could spell Kenny. What happened was he did the thing where you're trying to write something out on a big piece of paper, and you go like, I know how much room I have. Big ol' K, big ol' E, big ol' N. Another big, and I don't have enough room for a Y.
And then he put it on the bottom.
Yeah.
And Kenny takes the envelope, and it's the papers all shredded up, and he's like, "What?" And then he gets orange punched in the face, and then Pac and Orange Cassidy have a bit of a brawl. He orange punches him in the face, and we end the segment with Orange Cassidy holding up the AEW championship. And don't do that, AEW. Don't give me hope.
But it's the trope, man. It's the trope.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no. AEW's actually been pretty good about not completely falling into that because Miro did that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and I mean, like, this is the first freeway for a title in AEW, and they said on Dark. I was surprised they didn't say it on this show, but they said on Dark that this is going to be WWE rules. Whoever pins gets the title. It's not like a pin and then somebody is eliminated and now it's 1-on-1.
Honestly, I do like that rule though. The pin elimination 1-on-1. That'd be a fun match stipulation in and of itself.
Yeah.
No, I'm excited for this match. It's still in the middle of the Kenny storyline, so it's kind of a foregone conclusion who's winning.
Yeah.
But goddamn, the boy. The boy.
Mm-hmm.
This is the boy.
Coming out with his whole crew, them hawking the merch, and like low-key Chris Statlander making me feel some kind of way.
God damn it, you and blonde aliens. If you don't get the joke, folks, he's a big fan of Supergirl. By the way, did you see that interview I posted in my server?
I did. I'm actually subscribed to that channel, so I'll be listening to that.
No. That's their new side channel where they're putting all the live podcasts and stuff.
Yeah, no, I went and subscribed.
Okay, I'm just clarifying.
But I mean, like, it's Supergirl. You didn't even have to send it to me, even if I wasn't subscribed, because I'm just that.
But it's a interview with Tom King?
Yeah.
Who's doing the new mini that you're excited for?
Mm-hmm. Tom King, the second best Tom in comics.
Is that a preview for No Price Podcast? No, this is a reverberation of last week's No Price Podcast where we talk about comics.
Nightwing.
Yeah. Comics,
fucking
Marvel.
Tom Taylor kicking ass over at DC.
But over in Marvel, we got Kate's boy. We got Al Ewing.
You got Kate, you got Hickman, and that's fine. That's good. I got both the Toms. I got Tom and Tom. I'm good. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
But also, slide me some of that. Give me some of that Hickman. Give me some of them Hickman sliders.
Oh, you want the Hickman? Oh, you want the Hickman?
Just a nice, big, healthy Hickman patty, if you don't mind.
God
damn it. So what else happened on Dynamite?
Okay. Up next, we have a backstage interview segment. Jade Cargill is being interviewed by Tony Schiavone. When all of a sudden, Matt Hardy comes in and goes like, "Hey, guess what? Things are popping off on my end. Things are popping off on yours. And there'll be great business opportunities. Business opportunities. I'm Big Money Matt. I like money. I like business.
And then smart Mark Sterling walks in the frame and he goes, "Hey, motherfucker, I already signed a deal."
I love the way you framed it, though. You're bothering my client.
Yeah, and if you keep accosting her at shows, we're going to have to put a 50-yard restraining order on her, which would be really bad for you, because that would mean you couldn't even get into the building.
Mm-hmm. Which, this whole thing is great. It is very... He is very playing the smarmy sidekick lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
He's playing
the even more in the match. Oh my god.
He is playing the Wesley to Jade Cargill's Kingpin.
Yeah. He's playing the fucking you know what my mind went to? It went to fucking Wesley from Angel. You ever seen any Angel?
No.
Wesley, there's a whole evil firm of lawyers who work for the demon underworld in Angel. And one of the main characters out of that bunch is a lawyer named Wesley who has like a whole redemption arc and everything. But he kind of reminds me of Wesley at the beginning.
But you know what I'm talking about when I say Wesley for Kingpin, right?
Oh, yeah. I've seen Daredevil.
Yeah.
I've seen that show. I've seen that television show on the streaming service Netflix.
We're just doing a whole visual bit that no one on the podcast will. No,
watch MMWP live on Modular Media's YouTube channel. Fucking audio listeners, you plebs. You're not real fans if you don't come live and talk to us in the chat. So we have no real fans.
Look at the description for this podcast, not in the description of this episode, but the podcast in general. You'll find the link to the YouTube page, and you can find us there. But basically, Mark Sterling going like, hey, I'm signed her. I'm working for her. We're doing this thing. And then we have...
He got an AEW contract. Look at old Silver Ball, smart Mark Sterling out here getting that cheddar. You'll love to see it.
Okay, I'm going to say a joke and know that this joke is completely in jest and is not meant to be taken seriously. This guy, out of all that podcast, got the best lucrative wrestling contract in the biggest, best promotion out of the three of them, and one of them's a world champion.
He's their fucking editor, and he's the manager for the podcast brand.
He's isn't he also like one of those fact checker people on the podcast? Of like, hey Mark, can you Google that for us? Kind of person.
They don't advertise him as much, but he's basically the unofficial third host because he'll talk about his collecting as well and whatnot. And he also has some merch based off of him. Like, you want to know the latest wacky bit of major wrestling figure podcast merch that's become a thing in the last couple weeks?
Sure, hit me.
Smart Mark Sterling sex socks.
All right, we're in the podcast. Good night, everybody.
That's real. That's a real thing. Go listen to their podcast and you'll hear about it.
I realize it's a real thing, but goddamn. No, Jade do you want me to just go into the next Jade Cargill thing?
Yeah. Go. Yeah, get on with it. Let's go. Rapid fire, buddy.
Jade Cargill goes out, looking like a snack. Against another snack. It's just a smorgasbord. Kylan King. They both look great. This was a fun match. You wouldn't imagine Jade Cargill is still relatively fresh in the ring. She looks like she's been there for years.
I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Kylan carried her a little bit for this match, because Kylan is Jade is super fresh. Kylan's been on the indies for a couple of years, and she's a student of the Nightmare Factory.
I'm not saying that didn't happen. That's not the probability of what happened. I'm just saying Jade still looks like she's been there and she belongs and she looks good.
Jade is destined for great things. She's the next Britt Baker.
Very much so. Also King, she just looked amazing. I loved her look, loved her vibe, loved the whole vibe.
Yeah. And if people want to know more about her character, go check out Sammy Guevara's vlogs. I watch those every week. She's been part of a really fun reoccurring segment that's just the latest in the punished Fuego del Sol arc.
Goddamn. But you take on the next boys.
We had Miro defeating Dante Martin for the TNT Championship.
So you just want to talk about Miro because you skipped over the Jake Roberts promo.
Oh, I completely I missed it. Sorry. So we get a promo from Jake Roberts and Lance Archer backstage. It's basically like, hey, fucker, we're going to beat you.
Now do the Miro.
Okay. So Miro comes out and fucking the crowd just erupts. And there's this moment where the crowd starts going at Dante Martin. Miro's gonna kill you. Miro's gonna kill. And it's already been gifted by TD Wrestling on Twitter. But he's just like, and in that moment, every choice Miro made during the pandemic, every decision he made about his career and how to present himself and who he wanted to be, all of it was fucking validated in that moment. And it's one of those beautiful organic wrestling moments that you just love to see, along with the rest of the match, which is Big Beefy Boy beats the shit out of Little Boy.
Oh, yeah. Well, real quick, I just want to continue talking about that very singular moment. Because, there seems to be a sense of relief. Because he's been in AEW for a bit. I'm being hailed. Hold on. You doing all right there, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
All right. So you do realize we are going to edit that out and put it on Twitter, right?
Oh, definitely. Why do you think I wear the sunglasses? It makes me much more giveable.
All
That's
right.
what I realized.
But no, just that moment, just to me, there was a bit of it of just like, he's been in AEW for a bit. He knows the culture of AEW. He knows that reaction is going to be remaining because he can keep it up, because he knows he can keep that reaction. He can keep the fans engaged. And AEW is going to reward that behavior. Because he just heard that and was like, finally,
Like, there
I
was a
don't have
brief
to worry
moment.
about that.
Yeah, there was a brief moment where I literally went, Cody's probably backstage looking at Lance going, so you're going to have to make him a babyface on Sunday somehow?
No, here's the thing. Miro finally got a great heel character. I can see them using it for another couple months, 3 months, 4 months. Well, at least wring some of that out and like establish that as a version of Miro we can always go to, and then slowly start babyfacing him.
Yeah, because clearly he was over as well.
Oh, very much so.
Dante got a bit of a pop too. Dante did look good in this whole match. We were talking about, we liked his gear, all the arrows in it really helps bring home the flight aesthetic of Top Flights. Also put me in mind of the Kamen Rider 01 driver.
Jump in the sky and do a somersault.
A jump to the sky turns to a rider kick. Now take off toward a dream.
I need to watch 01 because
it's good times. It's really good times.
Because I really enjoyed the other like 2 AI focused Kamen Rider seasons, Drive and X-Aid.
Yeah. And this is written by the same writer as X-Aid. Or it was written by the same writer as X-Aid because we're like a year out from 01 now.
Yeah, no, was 01 right before Brave? Not Brave. Blade? Saber. And Saber is still going. I think Saber's about to enter into its final arc because we just got the new writer trademarked, Kamen Rider Revice. And if anybody wants to hear about that, go listen to this week's This Week in Toku right here on Modular Media. Just search Twit with an exclamation point. It's myself and Miriam of Bustercore chatting about all the latest episodes and news regarding Tokusatsu every week. And we spent a lot of time screaming about how terrible the current series Girl Gun Lady is this week. This week's episode of Girl Gun Lady really pissed me off. Not gonna lie. See, here's the thing. I want to watch that just because of how shit it is.
You are one of a kind,
buddy. I'm the guy who's I am the person who genuinely started the Rita Clone Saga.
Mm-hmm.
That's who I am.
You and Jacob Brody both. Why do I hitch myself to such weirdos? I'll never know. But hey, it's working out. And you know what else is working out? You talking about the next segment. I think that'll be pretty good for us.
And you know what else is working out? The AEW women's belt, because it's yoked. I got you with that one. That was a cute one. But no, this is a celebration of Hikaru Shita basically saying, hey, thank you for basically being basically holding the women's division up on your back for a goddamn year through a pandemic, through rocky booking and everything. Thank you.
Well, doing a ton of side projects
for yourself and for us.
Yeah. And like, here's the thing, people. Here's the thing that kind of gets lost in the sauce of this whole thing. Hikaru isn't just their longest reigning women's champion. She's their longest reigning champion, period. If it were not for Hikaru Shita, I have no doubt the entire women's division would have been relegated to dark during this pandemic.
Very much
Her and Britt Baker hoisted the entire division up by their bootstraps.
And then Serena Deeb and Thunder Rosa came along and helped them out.
Mm-hmm.
Those four women. Those 4 fucking women.
The 4 horsewomen of AEW, dare I say.
Goddamn. But
with special guest Jade Cargill.
Jade Cargill coming in the rear, holding up the rope, going like, "I'm helping."
And Red Velvet's just like, "This is what helping really is."
No, but basically it was just to bring out Hikaru Shida and go like, "Hey, you've spent a year without a crowd. You haven't had a chance to soak it in. Soak it in, Shida. Just soak it in. This is just for you to do that."
She's done up to the nine. She's wearing this beautiful red dress, got her makeup all done, and she just stands there, and they're like, "Got a surprise for you. New belt. We made the belt bigger. It's gold now. It's not rose gold, and it's got fucking diamonds in it. Ain't it pretty?"
I like that they're very willing to retire designs for significance. It's not just because, we want to, I mean, partially, we want to refresh.
We got to sell a new toy.
But it's also a refresh of like, hey, we want to refresh, like, the women's division has been getting better. Let's think of this as kind of like a new issue 1. It's not a brand new continuation. It's not a reboot. It's like, we ended the last series. Here's a brand new issue 1.
Brand refresh.
Brand refresh. And so having a new belt kind of helps that, but also is kind of like a significant... It's a way of saying, hey, this was your era, Shida. That's your belt. Which is nice.
No matter what happens on Sunday, the belt you've been wearing for the last year is yours.
Yes. I like how they are doing that. They did it with Brody Lee. And all that kind of stuff of saying, like, no, the red TNT title is Brody Lee's. That it will only be Brody Lee's. No one else's. I like that. I like how they're willing to do that for significance.
And Hikaru cut a bit of a promo, and it's pretty good.
Basically saying, like, hey, I carry this division on this back, and I did it for you. Basically a full babyface. I was fighting for you guys. And then Britt Baker comes in and goes like, hey, we're having a match. I am going to win, and I'm going to usher in the new era of AEW women's wrestling.
The new era of pro wrestling, because she says the last era was defined by Free 16. This new era will be defined by DMD.
That's actually getting really over. That's dope. I'm digging that.
I also really like just Hikaru's fucking reaction, because she's got this like high of, oh, I got a new belt. The fans love me. They really love me, and everybody.
All the work I've been putting in was worth it.
It's the fucking Miro thing again of everything I've done during this pandemic is validated, and then Britt's music hits. And you see her face go like, oh, god damn it, right as the camera pulls out. It's great. You're
talking about that moment. There was one earlier that we didn't talk about with Sting because Sting was coming out and he does his thing. Is woo! And everybody in the...
That. You pointed it out, but I kind of missed it.
But everybody in the crowd did that too because it's a call and response thing. And Sting just had like a, yeah, I missed that. It's nice kind of moment. Do you want to take the next two? Because the next one is just kind of a little short bit.
Yeah, so Sammy Guevara comes out, does this whole cue card thing where we're doing picture-in-picture, and that was nice, that was good. Then we had Scorpio Skye and Ethan Page defeating the Dark Order in a tag match. The Dark Order members specifically being Evil Uno and Stu Grayson, who really got put over in this match. They looked fantastic. There was an amazing hot tag from Uno towards the end. Really good stuff from Grayson early on, and commentary was just putting the both of them over left and right, and clearly they're hitting as baby faces with the crowd right now. They didn't win this match, obviously. It went to Page and Skye because they got the big pay-per-view match on Sunday, but I really enjoyed this match. I think this was definitely match of the night, segment of the night material.
It was very good, really well done. Also, Dark Order pulling out some of the classic Super Smash Bros. Moves. They didn't do the pause bit, but they did do the classic get over here, all those classic spots.
The double cannonball finish.
It was very much like, hey, you missed the Super Smash Bros. Here's a little playing the hits.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it was a good segment, really good match.
Then we had Darby and Sting come out, and at first Darby's accompanied by a bunch of Stingers, just people in Sting masks and like very similar clothing. And I was thinking about this. I'm pretty sure those are all of Darby's friends who help him make the crazy videos. All of his batshit insane friends.
That might be it, or it might also be factory students.
Entirely possible, but it's a bunch of people in Sting masks, and they all get tossed out of the ring one by one until you come to one. He's not selling. What's that? What's that guy doing? We got to hit him for real. He's got to take a powder. Oh, he's taking off his mask. It's Sting for real, and he beats up Skye and Paige, and we are left with the baby faces standing tall going into the pay-per-view.
This made me more excited for the match. I was already kind of going like, yeah, this is gonna be fun. This made me go like, yeah, I want to see Sting beat these whippersnappers. But also, I really enjoy the classic trope. Sting reveals he's Sting underneath a Sting mask.
I completely forgot that that's like a thing until you said it. I was like, oh shit, yeah.
Because he did it in WCW, and then he did it in TNA.
Oh, he's got the trifecta now.
Yeah, the three wrestling companies that matter, apparently.
The only three wrestling companies that exist. You know, that other one, I hear there's some other one that was talking to Japan today. Something about Tony telling a guy to stop using the same last name as him. Something like that. Who knows? Tony Khan is that bitch. That fucking pro, man.
Goddamn. That was just a full on, like, oh shit. The gloves are off. All right, buddy. But finally, we have what is essentially... what it is it starts off as a clip show. It's Eric Bischoff coming in and going like, hey, I presented over one of the best factions to ever be on TNT, and people started going, too sweet, you know, NWO. And he said, but you know who's damn close? You got to put over in NWO, they're classic. No, the Inner Circle. The Inner Circle come out, and Eric Bischoff then presents basically a highlight reel of the entirety of the Inner Circle in AEW.
It's really good. I hope they release that on its own on YouTube.
Yeah. And one by one, each member of the Inner Circle basically goes, hey, thank you for being fans. Thank you for letting us do our thing. We're the Inner Circle. We're badass, and we care about each other. And they said it in different ways. Like, I really actually enjoyed Jake Hager's take on this whole promo. Is basically like, yeah, that highlight reel is good because it showed all the good times. But you want to know what really shows who we are? Show all the bad times. Show all the struggle. Show all the pain. That's who we are. And I was like, yeah. Fuck yeah. Introspective Jake Hager. Fuck yeah.
The shit Santana said, like, almost brought me to tears. There was a really good bit where Sammy's like, look, I was apart from you guys for 3 weeks, and that really sucked. So we got to do everything we can to make sure we're never apart again. And it's like, fuck, dude. I'm out here wanting to rip the Inner Circle, but I can't deny it's probably over on Sunday.
Oh, man. Yeah, because Chris Jericho also goes like, yep, no, Inner Circle, if this is the end, I'm glad it's ending with you guys, basically. Mm-hmm. Then on the screen, MJF, of course, comes on, acts like a dick, and goes like, that's really touching, guys. You know who's crying? The camera pans down. It's Dean Malenko tied up to one of the posts of the football field. And immediately the Inner Circle starts running because it's Dean fucking Malenko. It's one of Chris Jericho's longtime rivals, longtime friends. And I really, like, it just made the segment he had with Dean Malenko the other week feel a lot more impactful.
Yeah.
Because it was Chris Jericho basically trying to rekindle an old friendship. That's what it felt like. Mm-hmm. So they run out, and then they just get beat the fuck down by the Pinnacle. Because, of course, it was a trap. It was an ambush trying to soften them up. And then Santana and Ortiz take some pile drivers through some tables, from FTR.
Sammy gets hit with a chair by Sean.
And Sean just looked like a psychopath because he just sets up the chair and is just staring daggers into Sammy.
And he had there was a video package for the match early on in the show, which ends with Sean, like, looking into the camera and going, "Some men were born to be buried." And because that shit was fucking chilling.
Because that was a response to what a line Chris Jericho said last week is like, "We will dig your graves and we will we will bury you and piss on your graves." And it's basically Shawn Spears going like, "All right, fine. Some men were born to be buried. If it's our time, it's our time." It's like, oh shit. Is Shawn Spears the breakout? Shawn Spears the fucking...
Please. Please. I can't get my heart broken again.
But no. And this whole thing ends with the Pinnacle doing what the Inner Circle was doing last go home for the Stadium Stampede of looking down into the camera with Pinnacle up on the stadium and just going like, we're the best. We're fucking dope. We're gonna win.
And fucking MJF tweeted out the goal side that has Inner Circle's logo on it. All Pinnacle with their backs to the camera pissing on it.
Ooh.
And just wrote, "See you Sunday."
Cringe vibes, but I can dig. But no, this was AEW. How do you feel it worked as a go-home show?
This was an excellent go-home show. Every segment felt like it was building towards the pay-per-view. It felt like it was bringing the storyline, maybe not to a full, perfect crescendo, but to a boiling point at the very least. There were definitely a couple segments that could have been handled slightly better, but overall, everything hit pretty solid. And like I said at the start, that crowd and just the changed up production style and then the stage being back to the way it was at the first Daily's Place show, it felt so different and so wonderful. Like it took me a couple segments to really get used to it because I was like, whoa, it sounds so much more different. This is weird. And then like suddenly it was like, oh yeah, this is what AEW is supposed to sound like. We finally put the drum track back in the song, and it sounds just as good as it ever did.
Yep. But again, yeah, I agree. This good go home wasn't perfect. There were some flubs, and it was very much like it was a go home that was also kind of the best way to put it. It was a go home Raw and a post WrestleMania Raw at the same time. Yeah. It was trying to be both. But because it was the first time like you had the full crowd, and it was kind of going like, "Yo, wrestling's dope, yeah," and like,
let's beat the fuck out of them.
Yeah, so like it had some back and forth of that nature, but honestly, it felt like a celebration of like AEW, and it's kind of like, all right, we're celebrating, and now it's time to end this celebration the only way we can, put on another banger show. Mm-hmm. So that was Dynamite this week. I'm the host with the most.
I'm sorry.
You host Twit and Modular. I host this and Prize.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Don't ever fucking Uwu speak to me ever.
Please don't spank me, Daddy Uwu. I did it! I broke him! I'm the fucking champion of the podcasts now, bitch! Woo-hoo-hoo!
Alright, we're going to take a little bit of a bathroom break, folks. So we'll be back in just a minute. You never know when we're gonna start doing this show, man, except you will. It will. In just a few seconds, man. We're doing it live. We're live now. Okay.
Everyone, I just want to say it feels really good to be your MMWP champion. Who knew all it took to defeat Christopher was the power of Bussy?
Well, you haven't defeated anybody named Christopher.
What?
I am the man of two names.
Oh, yeah.
You
right.
must speak my name in the ancient tongue.
Well, you know what they say. No one podcasts like Gaston.
Fuck off. That fucking...
No one reads shitty 90s comics like Gaston.
I need to start a podcast with my cousin, who is named Gaston. Like, his first name is Gaston.
Mm-hmm.
And we need to name it No One Podcast Like Gaston.
Hell yeah. So you want to do some double or nothing predictions? I got the card up here.
Give me the card, say the thing, and then we will talk about it.
All right, on the pre-show, we have Riho taking on Serena Deeb for the NWA Women's World Championship. I think Serena's going to retain.
Yeah,
honestly,
Deeb.
I think we're building towards Thunder Rosa getting the title back and eventually doing a champion versus champion match with Britt Baker.
Or I'm still saying Deeb, but I could also see the path where NWA says no, put the belt on Riho on free television to hype up and advertise our new show on Fight.
That's fair. That's fair. I could also see that. Let's go to something that's a little harder to call, or at least seems to be a little harder to call for a lot of people. Anthony Ogogo with the Factory versus Cody Rhodes with Arn Anderson. Who do you see winning this one?
Okay. What I would love to see happen is Anthony Ogogo go over, because it's building up a new heel, building up a new face, building up a new character, building it up. And I feel like Cody's the kind of guy who would recognize that this would be a good moment for Anthony Ogogo.
Mm-hmm. I think it's the right choice. I think it's the logical choice. I think Anthony Ogogo is going to win. And I think to make him look like even more of a badass, I think Cody's going to be off TV for a couple months to enjoy the birth of his baby girl, which is very close.
Yeah, I can see that happening, but I can also definitely see Cody winning to kind of put the bad guy in his place.
Fuck off.
Yeah, I don't know. I would love Anthony to win.
All right. How are we feeling about TNT champion Miro versus Lance Archer for the belt?
Oh, Miro.
Obviously.
He just won. This is a big opponent for Miro to go up against. That's kind of a babyface, kind of a heel, kind of just a way to play with dynamics. But it's Miro. He just started.
It makes sense for Miro to win, but honestly, like, I feel a little bad for Lance because fucking it's been a full year. He's still in the same place he started in this company.
Yeah. You know what could be interesting? Because of tonight, the reaction Miro got, they put the belt on Lance and make Miro a babyface going after the belt.
Ooh. That's a little hot shotty. I don't see AEW going
I know.
But man, does that sound enticing.
Again, it's hot shotty. But goddamn, you could tell... If you just wanted to tell, like, a 2-month story of just them doing that, you could. You could just, like, unrelated to anything else. Miro trying to build up his record to go after the belt he lost in an unfair contest, like Jake Snake cheats for him or something. And all the while, babyfaces are going after Lance Archer, and you have a couple good, badass matches for Lance. Oh... Yeah. It could be a hot shot angle, but goddamn, could that be a well done hot shotted angle?
Man. Well, then we have the Casino Battle Royal for a future AEW World Championship match featuring Griff Garrison, Brian Pillman Jr., Preston Vance, Stu Grayson, Nick Camarado, QT Marshall, Lee Johnson, Dustin Rhodes, Anthony Bowens, Max Caster, Penta El Zero Miedo, Isaiah Cassidy, Mark Quinn, Matt Seidel, Christian Cage, Matt Hardy, Powerhouse Hobbs, Evil Uno, Colt Cabana, Jungle Boy, and a mystery entrant. Who do you think will win this match, and who do you think the mystery entrant is what I want to know.
Part of my gut says Christian Cage is going to win.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of my gut, because it's like he's been building it up. That'd be a way for him to get the belt and basically tell that story, for lack of a better way of describing it, get it out of the way. Or I can definitely see Team Taz fucking with Christian Cage and making it so he can't win, so you could build off that. That's the hard part. Like, here's the thing. In WWE, you could predict a match like this anyhow. You have like 5 people. There's like 4 people who you go, yeah, no, they're going to win.
One of those guys. One of those fuckers.
Yeah. Sometimes you get a surprise, but sometimes you don't. And it's just like, yeah, whatever. But with AEW, there's so many different little storylines going on that it's hard to go like, this is the one that this is for.
Like, there's a temptation to say, oh, obviously it's going to be the mystery entrant. It's going to be this fucking person who was just released. But then, like, what if it's Dustin? What if Dustin gets a world championship opportunity at 50 and he gets the shit beaten out of him to give Kenny more heel?
They could do that, but like, there's so many things they can do. It's trying to... It's like the Sherlock Holmes phrase. You got to eliminate the possible in whatever like that whole bullshit. It's Occam's razor. Like, it's most likely, if you hear hooves, it's probably not zebras. It's probably horses. But there's 1,001 horses, so it's like, Jesus Christ. So why don't we, first off, who do you think the mystery contender is?
Well, I think there's 3 possibilities. Number 1, it's Bryan Danielson. But I don't think that's very likely given the news that was going around today about a certain company trying to get a certain deal going so they can make him a certain offer.
He is off contract right now. And nothing says Bryan Danielson couldn't show up at a one-off and go like, hey, these are my options to try and generate a better contract. I'm not saying that he would do that, but I'm saying it is a possibility.
Mm-hmm. Option 2, I think it could be a Mr. Andrade Cien Almas.
Mm-hmm.
Build the feud that he's got going in AAA with Kenny, because he's going to be going after the Mega Championship at Triple Mania this year.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Option 3, and I personally think the most fun, and yes, I'm stealing this from the Wrestle Talk predictions, but I don't care. I think it would be awesome, and it's my pick for the mystery entrant, Paul White. Because Paul White's on commentary for this match. He just stands up from the table and gets in the fucking ring.
That'd
Let's
be
go.
fun. I also remember them talking about Chris Hero.
Hadn't thought of Chris Hero.
I don't know how much he'd want to wrestle now. I feel like he's much more of like teacher role.
Yeah.
But and of course we always gotta say the meme, CM Punk.
I don't think CM Punk.
I'm just saying we gotta say the meme. It's not gonna be CM Punk.
But my call to win this.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it, Christian Cage.
Yeah. It's either Christian Cage or the mystery contestant. It's one of those two.
Mm-hmm. If the mystery contestant is a new person and it is an actual big name, if it's Daniel Bryanson, fuck it, let him win.
Oh yeah,
let him have a title match, and then he can go back to WWE for all the money in the world.
Very much.
But if it's somebody we already know,
we
or
forgot
it's a
something.
New person,
we forgot.
What?
Forbidden fucking Door. We've just been
Don't
thinking,
do
oh,
that. Don't make me think about fucking Ibushi and AEW
no,
now, dude.
not Ibushi, Okada, and they first AEW full capacity crowd in a year. You know he'd do that for the Bucks.
I know he'd do that, but fuck, dude.
Him or Tanahashi? I'd pop harder for Tanahashi.
I would pop so hard for Tanahashi, but I'm not changing my picks. My picks are locked in.
I know.
You lock in your picks, mister. Don't be fucking with me. Lock in your picks.
Andrade for the mystery contestant. Cage if the mystery contestant is not Andrade. If it's Andrade, he wins. That's my condition. Okay. That is my condition.
Okay. All right. So moving on. Hikaru Shita versus Dr. Britt Baker DMD with Rebel Not Reba, sorry, for the AEW Women's World Championship. It's her time. Give it to Britt.
Yeah, but also here's the thing. They just started full capacity. They might want to give Hikaru Shita just that one little bit of a run with a full capacity crowd.
No. Britt has to win. I think if Britt doesn't win at this... I'll say this. If Britt doesn't win at this match, I think a lot of people are going to start dogging on their women's division again. I think this is a make or break moment for the women's division. Yeah. You've been building Britt for so long. It seems like the culmination of all that. Even if she gets a rematch right after this, if Britt doesn't win here, it's going to piss a lot of people off.
Have Britt win and have Hikaru Shita be the John Cena of the women's division. Of just, they always get the belt every once in a while.
Yeah.
I just want Hikaru Shita to have at least some of a run with a full capacity crowd. That's all I want.
Want it too. You know I simp for the woman, but it's not her time anymore. Her time was 18 months ago.
Yeah. Yep. On to the next one.
Ethan Page and Scorpio Skye versus Darby Allin and Sting. I think this is a little tough. Honestly, I could see this going either way. Give the big legend his return pop and build up and get some more clout on Darby, or finally build up these guys who've kind of just been chilling on Dark forever.
I say Ethan Page and Scorpio Skye. Partially because, build them up, but also because they might be able to play a little bit more heel heavy on the wins of this card, because everybody's just excited to see wrestling in a full crowd again. Like, that's already a pop. That's already a babyface win, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And AEW likes to balance it. So if they don't try and be heel heavy. But right now you have Britt Baker, you have this, which if they win, it'd be heels. Kenny Omega would be winning it. Spoiler for my prediction later. But it's going to be a heel heavy thing. And I think they can get away with it because everybody's going to be so excited in the arena. So I think it's going to be Scorpio, and I think it's going to be Ethan Page. And I think they're going to pin Darby.
That's a bold prediction, honestly. And I'm going to go the complete opposite way. I think Sting and Darby are going to win this, and I think this is going to be the high point of them as a team. I think this is going to be their biggest, most triumphant moment. And something is going to happen after this in their next match where they team together that is going to be the beginning of the end for them. Going to be the beginning of a big falling out for them. But I think you need that high point. And some people would argue that's the cinematic match from, what was it, Revolution a few months ago? Some people would argue that, but I think giving Sting a big win in front of fans, putting over his protege, I think Darby should get the pin. I don't care who he pins, but I think he should get the pin after Sting tags him in, like says, okay, I got him on the ropes, hit him with a coffin drop and pin him. All right, this kid is the future. I think that's the moment you want right now. and then you start breaking them apart and you start building towards Darby Allin retires Sting in a blood feud.
Yeah, both of them can work. So let's just see who's right.
All right. So we have Hangman Adam Page versus Brian Cage with Taz question mark, because that was the thing we forgot to talk about earlier. Is Hangman challenged Brian after his match tonight to come to the ring without any other members of Team Taz. Now the match graphic still says Brian Cage with Taz, but I think we could throw that in as a bonus fun prediction thing. Do you think Brian Cage will actually be on his own for this whole match?
He will start it.
Win?
Okay. First part, he will start the match without anybody. Team Taz will eventually sneak their way around and interfere, and Taz is going to be like, yo guys, what the fuck? Basically restarting the Brian Cage is a little dissatisfied feud. And I think Hangman's gonna... I would like Brian Cage to win. Here, okay. I think, all likelihood, Hangman's gonna win. I would like Brian Cage to win to basically delay Hangman facing Kenny Omega. Continue, like, not letting Hangman get to the number one spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But realistically, Hangman's probably going to win, so... I'm 6 one way, half dozen the other.
Well, I think it's plain and simple. Brian's going to come out on his own, and we're going to have a big old manly man's brawl, and it's going to wind out that by the skin of his teeth, Hangman Adam Page will win. All right. Getting into the big leagues now. The Young Bucks versus Eddie Kingston and Jon Moxley for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. Bucks. They're in the middle of their run. They feel like they've only just gotten started as tag champions. It feels like this run didn't really start until they turned heel. And, I think they got to win. And this is another situation where it's a guy who is about to have a baby, needs some time off. I think we're getting Moxley out of here with a big old injury spot.
Definitely can do that, but also... I'm just trying to imagine the heat that they'll get from pinning Mox and Kingston, who are just, like, very over right now. Over, like, Rover and Dover.
I think they'll injure Mox, and then they'll hit Kingston with the BTE trigger and pin him.
I can see that. But also, like I said earlier, this the full capacity crowd, people are just going to be excited. They can go a little heel heavy. This can be a very heel-centric pay-per-view because people are just excited. And they're not going to leave sad that all the heels won because we got to see fucking wrestling again. This was awesome. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they can play with the Bucks being bigger dicks.
Yeah. But we're both in for Bucks to retain.
Yes, both for Bucks.
So, the Inner Circle versus the Pinnacle in a Stadium Stampede match where if the Inner Circle loses, they will disband. It hurts. It genuinely hurts to say this. But I think the Pinnacle is going to win. And I think the Inner Circle are going their separate ways.
I don't know. Like I said, they can go heel heavy, but like this, I don't know, because AEW is all about like story potential and what they can and can't do. And it's just like, is there more potential with the Inner Circle together or apart?
I mean, unleashing Santana and Ortiz as righteous baby faces on the Bucks right now, that'd be great. Let Jericho go and... Well, not go and rest up. He's about to go on tour with Fozzy. They have a much-delayed tour they're about to start that doesn't coincide with AEW dates. So I
No,
could see that.
that could happen, and he could come back and be.
I don't give a fucking shit what Jake does, but Sammy could have a good babyface run. He could
go after the
he could go
TNT.
after the title. Oh, that'd be fun.
Oh yeah, no, it'd be fun. Have a tournament for the TNT title. Jake Hager and Sammy Guevara both enter, and have to face each other, but they're not Inner Circle anymore. And it's like, oh, the pain. Fuck. I want Inner Circle.
I got you.
Okay, Pinnacle win.
All right. Final match on the card. Kenny Omega versus Orange Cassidy versus Pac. Triple threat for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. It sucks to say it, because both these guys I'd love to see wear the belt one day, but I think we're still well in the midst of Kenny's storyline. Kenny's going to retain.
Kenny retains. Who do you think's eating the pin?
That's tough. Orange. I think not early in the match, midway for the match, Pac will get taken out with a work injury, and the rest of the match is going to be, they start out evenly matched, but very quickly Kenny Omega gets the advantage, and he just takes his time beating the shit out of Orange Cassidy for the sake of healing.
Here's the thing. I see it a little bit different. I see the match, all three of them lasting the entire time. Kenny Omega pins Orange Cassidy 1, 2, 3, because Orange is more over than Pac is. He can take the loss and continue forward. Pac can be a little bit harder. 1, 2, 3, and on the 4, Pac comes in. He almost stopped the pin, basically keeping them all on kind of even foot.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of our main event scene right now for AEW, is like Pac and Orange Cassidy. God damn, that makes me happy. But
the boy has arrived.
Kenny's retaining. God damn. Yeah, no, this feels like a very heel heavy sort of pay-per-view.
Definitely.
But anything else you want to say?
I'm just so excited. Like, legitimately. We're goofing around. We're having fun tonight. But I am so happy. I've been waiting for this weekend for so long. And even though we're not actually there like I originally wanted, to be here talking about this thing that we both love so much, which is finally getting back to the way it's supposed to be. To have just experienced a really solid episode of Dynamite, and going into a weekend where we're supposedly going to get the most AEW toy news ever tomorrow. The most AEW toy news in one day ever tomorrow is what Jeremy Padower tweeted. And then the day after that, we've got, in my opinion, the seminal AEW pay-per-view with a loaded, stacked, like, as much as we pained over some of these matches, it's a stacked fucking card, dude.
Oh yeah, no, they're going to be good matches. All of them are going to be solid matches. It's just like the head and the heart want different things, and it's hard to go like. AEW's like with WWE, it's easy to fucking predict half the shit because it's like, oh no,
but like, I'm not gonna guarantee it again because I don't wanna fuck us like I kind of did here. But we're going to try and go live again, do live reactions to Double or Nothing. And I'm just so looking forward to spending this long weekend making content, hanging out with one of my favorite people.
Yeah.
And I don't say this enough. I don't say this enough in general, but I certainly don't say it enough in front of the camera and the mic. I love you, man.
Love you too.
And I can't wait.
Real quick,
for Sunday.
Do you want to get back in the gimmick and pimp your shit?
Sure. Hey everybody. I am the fucking champion of the Modular Podcast. I'm the fucking best guy. I'm the vacuuminator. I used to make media analysis. I used to make vlogs. I made toy reviews a long time ago. And here's a bit of an insider info, bit of a dirt sheet leak for some of you people. Coming back to toy reviews pretty fucking soon. Go subscribe to youtube.com/The Vacuuminator. That's spelled TheVacuuminator. And get ready, because I've denied my purpose on this earth for a very long time. But very soon, I'm going to get back to doing what I started out on YouTube wanting to do all along. And I'm going to kick fucking ass doing it. I guarantee it. This time next year, I will have quadruple the amount of subscribers I have right now. That is a promise. And I want all of you to come and join me on that journey. So go to the link I just fucking plugged. Follow me on social media at The Vacuuminator on Twitter and at _Vacuuminator on Instagram. We out here. Double or Nothing weekend. That's a wrap on MMWP. Let's go take a pee and then do No Prize Podcast, motherfucker.
For audio-only listeners, Vac just dabbed. Hi, I'm Chris Boingo Writer Gaston, and I make video essays and editorials. You can find me on Boingo Writer on YouTube, Boingo_Writer on Twitter and Instagram, and you can join my Discord server. A link to that is in the description. This is Modular Media Wrestling Podcast. You can, if you're listening to this on a podcasting platform, hey, click follow, spread the podcast around, share it with your friends. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe, like, comment, do the things. This has been Modular Media Wrestling Podcast Live. I am your host. That's not the outro. The show's done. Good night, folks. Good night, y'all.